Hi, Whiskey Jason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of American in Germany, tasting and reviewing rare and exotic whiskeys. So, Spade and Bushel, 10-year-old single malt Irish whiskey, product of Ireland, limited edition, 57.5%, 350 milliliter bottle, by the way. Bottle number 4,301 of 5,000. This actually won an award. It was the gold medal winner. Okay, now you can almost see it there. Of the Cask Strength, Irish Cask Strength whiskey, gold medal winner in 2016. Now, to be very, very honest, there are not that many Cask Strength Irish whiskeys out there. So there are independent Teeling bottles, and there's from Redbreast, and there is Writer's Tears, and maybe a few others, but not that many. So, Spade and Bushel, you've never heard of them? Neither had I. So I bought Dingle, batch number 2 online by Celtic Whiskey Shop. And so I decided to buy a few other things, hoping to reduce my costs of shipping, which really didn't happen because each and every bottle added on about 10 to 12 euros more. But this is something that I thought looked very, very nice, even though it was a small bottle. And this is released from the Connacht Distillery, Connacht Distillery, in the city of Ballina, in the county of Mayo in Ireland. So what we basically have are, online there's 5 guys. In my nice little thing here, where is it? Online there's 4 guys, here there's 5 guys. They are basically American and Irish businessmen. Some of them are actually cousins that had this wonderful idea, hey, let's have pot still whiskey produced not by the big players, but by an exclusive private distillery, especially then exported to the American market. So they got Robert Castle, he's the master distiller in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, of a little private distillery there, to design pot stills especially for Irish whiskey. These pot stills were manufactured in Vancouver, Canada, and transported to Ireland, set up there. And so we basically have a total of 4 to 5 different guys that were very, very fundamental in the designing of this distillery in Ballina, County Mayo there in Ireland. We have David Stapleton, he's Irish, an engineer, fairly wealthy. J.P. Stapleton, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, banker, fairly wealthy. We have from Chicago, we have Tom Jensen, who has been in the spirits industry for over 30 years. We have John Park, who is the master distiller for 8 years at Diageo, that they were able to, I'm going to say with my word, headhunt and win. And then we have a nice lady from the region named Lindsay Harkins, who I hope to meet at the visitor center this summer. So what they do is the big distilleries produce, and then sometimes they have special things, and then they, after 10 years, kind of notice, oh, it's not enough for a real batch, a real run, and what do we do now with these 10 casks? What do we do with these 8 casks? We cannot actually produce something in Bush Mills that will just be that one thing. It's not worth it with the logistics or with the machinery or with the marketing or anything. It might be a travel retail limited edition reserve or release, but normally not. So they find someone that's willing to buy these casks. Well, the guys here at Connacht did that. They decided to create their own label, Spade and Bushel, and so that their own brand, Connacht, which will be later on, is not diluted in any way. And they just decided to actually have a nice little edition. I have this little tiny card here. By the way, I really, really, really like, I'm trying to put this so you can read this. Wait a second. We go. That little dragon there. You can find that there as well as here on the back of the bottle. It's always on each and every bottle there, that little dragon. Now my lights are not good for that. So I'm just going to read really quickly. So, ours is a story of family and friendship, of Atlantic crossing and recrossing, and the shared dream of 5 men, online there's only 4, who combine the best of what it means to be both Irish and American, with custom designed stills, mentioned, Our award-winning distilling team has developed a range of exciting products for you to try. Straw Boys Irish Vodka, no thank you. Poitín, that is basically moonshine from Ireland, interesting maybe. A Conquilin Irish gin, I don't like gin. And Spade and Bushel 10-year-old Irish whiskey. Connacht Distillery spirits are created for discerning drinkers looking for a craft spirit offering character and tradition. I love it when distilleries that are like 4 years old say tradition. So, Spade and Bushel 10-year-old cask strength Irish whiskey. This single malt Irish whiskey is aged for at least 10 years in used oak barrels. We present this product at full cask strength of 115 proof, which is 57.5 ABV. Because our master distiller concluded that the full depth of flavor would be lost if the whiskey was diluted to a lower proof. We wanted our first Spade and Bushel offering to be memorable and believe the bottle in your hand meets this criteria. So, let's see if it does or not. It's distinctly bourbon barrel whiskey. If you've ever had some single cask bottlings, for example, from the Whiskey Society, you know that barrel, single barrel, especially cask strength single barrel nose. Very, 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 it's like, I don't know why I think about this each and every time. It's like licking a copper pipe. That is in there. It's very, very strong. There's a certain seasoning, almost like the single pot still of this, Redbreast, for example. I have the 57.2 cask strength version here of the 12-year-old. I actually compared them with each other in my German video. I have here the glass still. In the nose, they're fairly similar, but by the way, I tasted this, and this is so much better, by the way. Spoiler alert, I was not fascinated by this bottle. So let's try it at the original strength, 57.5%, which is a lot, by the way. It's Booker's. A lot of warmth, a lot of creaminess, a little bit of white pepper mixed in like a cream sauce. It's actually very nice there. A little bit of cotton candy, a little bit of wood, but it's fairly unspectacular. I think I had the Teeling from a special single cask edition for the Netherlands, and it was just kind of and that's almost the same thing I have here. It's just kind of like It's a C. It's a C whiskey. It's not a B, it's not a D, it's definitely not an A. It's a C. And that's a shame because I paid, like I said, 59 euros for this little tiny half bottle. So it's $120 for a full-size bottle. Plus, on top of that, another $25 worth of shipping and handling and taxes and import and so on. This is an expensive little bugger here. Like the bottle, the stuff inside, it's okay. I would much rather have a Writer's Tier cask strength. I would much rather have the Redbreast 12-year-old cask strength. I think I paid, yes, exactly. I get an entire bottle of this for the price of this, and this tastes much better. This is along the lines of a 1-, by the way. Very, very, very good stuff. And this is along the line, 1- is an A-, I'm sorry, in English. We do A, B, C, and in German we do 1 is the best, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so I'm just going to add a little bit of water to it. And so they said, don't do that because it's not what we want. I'm diluting it on purpose. In the nose, I have a little bit more of that barrel-y, bourbon-y type of, it's a bourbon smoke. It's actually, if you char the barrel, you have the charcoal, the char, and then behind that you have that caramelized sugar of the oak, and that's what you get here a little bit when you put the water into it, some water. And what happens with water is you get more of that bad oak taste, especially towards the end. The alcohol at the cask strength kind of masks that. Value for money, I'm going to fail this thing. It's just way too expensive. Don't waste your money on this. If you get the chance to try it in a bar, why not? You're going to be paying 10 CLs. This costs over here for my friends that I'm sharing this with 20 euros. This 5CL costs 10 euros 50. It's an amazing amount of money because, as I said, it's only a half bottle, just like we sometimes have with a German, and it's just too expensive for that. And it's not good enough for it either. I'm so sorry. I do look forward to visiting the Connacht distillery this summer, hopefully with my wife together. We plan to visit Ireland, and it's a little bit off the beaten trail where they have this distillery, but it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful part of Ireland, so maybe we'll make it happen. And I look forward to having some spirits from the Connacht distillery. Spade and Bushel, 10-year-old, cask strength. As I said, it's a 3. It's not bad. Just the price is terribly high for that and not worth it. So, WhiskyJason here. Whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. The cask strength, not bad. C. Price for value for money, definitely not. Don't buy this. Unless you have a friend and he will give it to you a present, take it any day of the week. Thank you very much for watching. My videos come out on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and my question of the day is, what is your favorite cask strength Irish whiskey? I'm going to have to go for Righteous Tears that I mentioned, as well as the Redbreast 12-year-old cask strength. Great stuff. So, what type of cask strength Irish whiskey have you tried before? Thank you for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.